Welcome, everyone. Episode number 10 of ChatGDG with two amazing guests. We've got Patty and we've got Luis.
Well,
Welcome.
uh, thank you for having us. I'm
Yeah,
so used to do the streaming that I was like, welcome everyone. But yeah,
yeah, I
welcome
know.
everyone.
Now you are
Thank
on
you
the
so
other side of the fence, right? Okay.
yeah. I was like in autopilot. Yeah, thank you so much for having us,
No
Stefano.
problem.
You're
That
doing
was a
such a great job with this podcast.
Thank
Uh,
you. I appreciate that. Just to have an hour to chat a little bit about tech and community and fun stuff.
yeah.
So, two amazing guests. Of course, ladies first. So, I would like to give the stage to Patty to give a little intro about herself, if that's okay.
Sure, yeah. My name is Patty O'Callaghan. I'm a Venezuelan. I live in Scotland, in Glasgow. I had like my background education is computer science in the field of artificial intelligence. And as I always say, when I studied artificial intelligence many years ago, it was not what it is
Mm.
like today. Um, so my whole career, I have been working in the tech industry for a little bit more than 20 years. And my whole career has been around web development because when I graduated, AI was very academic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and yeah, I'm a Women Tech Makers ambassador. I'm the tech lead of the web team at Charles River Laboratories. I'm also very recently a machine learning Google developer expert. I'm also part of the Google Developer Group Glasgow. I'm a volunteer teacher at Code Club,
Oh my God.
and I do many things. And I'm a mother of two teenagers, which is the
Oh my,
hardest
oh
job.
my God.
Yeah.
That's insane. And that's why I just left to you to do your introduction because you are so many things. That I was worrying now I'm gonna forget something.
I'm thinking like maybe I forgot something, but I
Yeah,
think
see?
that I said everything. Yeah,
That happened. So I
yeah,
know that the GDE in machine learning is something quite fresh, like last
yes,
week or something like that.
yeah. It was just this month,
This
so
month,
yeah,
wow, a few weeks
yeah.
ago.
I'm very excited.
Nice.
All of the programs at Google are really amazing. I started with the Women Developer Academy, and since then I have been joining all of these programs, and I just love all of them. And of course, being a GD is really an amazing thing. You get to meet so many talented people. Like, well, you meet them in all of the community programs, but the things that the GDs are involved with is really cool. It's really amazing. So yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Well, wow. I bet so. So, Luis, how about you, my young friend?
Yeah. So I'm 14 years old and I'm just started S3 at Jordan Hill School.
Wow.
And I think I've been coding since I was 10 years old. And I just love anything to do with computing, problem solving, maths, anything like that. And I'm a team member of the Google Developer Group Glasgow. So I like to help out organising events and just bring the community together.
And being
I'm
a speaker as well.
Yeah.
okay, sure. I mean,
Yeah,
just because
he didn't
why not?
mention that he has been a speaker in
Yeah.
Google events in London here because that's
Yeah, no, because I'm thinking now about myself when I was your age, right? And it's very sad the comparison. So you are doing amazingly. You are doing so many things for your age, which is absolutely great. So congrats for that. I'm curious, how do you find being a member of a GDG chapter?
I think it's brilliant. As Pat said, it's a great like program is to be part of. And it's just brilliant for the community to like share knowledge and just learn different stuff from other people.
Yeah,
Yeah, brilliant.
absolutely. It is great. So back to Patty 1 second because the GDG Glasgow, as you know, I've had Jose and Clara a couple of
yes,
episodes ago and
yeah,
it was a lot of fun. And
yeah,
I didn't know that they joined the Glasgow group very recently. It's not even
yeah,
a full year.
yeah,
And they told me that you were the one who, lured them in.
Yeah, I have
How did
been.
it go? How did it go? First thing first, how did it go? This specific, encounter with them, and then most importantly, how was your approach to the GDG kind of work?
Yeah. Yeah, so well, when I finished the Women Developer Academy, of course, I started to know more about the Google community programs, and so I wanted to join the Glasgow one. So back then, it was run by just one person,
Mm.
and I asked him like, "Hey, can I join?" And I joined right before IO last year, and
Okay.
then we organized DevFest. And then I'm also a Venezuelan, like Chache, Jose, and Cleira. So I met them before. They are also, I worked with Cleira before, in her first jobs as developer. And yeah, I told them like, why don't you join us? It's such an amazing experience and such a nice place to share your knowledge and meet people. And that's how I convinced them to join. And I did the same with Louis, because Louis is part of the code club that I run at
Mm.
Jordan Hill School, which is the school
Nice.
that my kids goes to. So I also told him like, Louis, come on over. You can join us. I asked Google, can we have a 14-year-old year
Yeah,
old?
exactly,
Yeah.
right?
And they were like, yeah, sure. He cannot be an organizer because he's not 18
Yeah,
yet,
sure.
but
Okay.
I'm sure that he will be an organizer in four
Wow.
years. So I think that he's the youngest GDG member
Oh
of
my
all of
God.
the GDGs.
Is
So
this
that
a world record?
I think so.
Wow, we are breaking some world record. No, we are not
Yeah.
breaking anything because you he was already member of a chapter, but we are acknowledging like a world record, which is
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Like the
Yeah,
youngest
it's pretty cool.
GDG member. Well
yeah. And
done, Luis. Wow.
he does a great job. And yeah, then um we have met more people in the community, and we have invited them to join the group. Then we have two amazing members, Ishita and Sophie, and now
Mm.
we had to tell them goodbye because they just started the new
The
GDSC.
GDSC, I know
Yeah,
that.
here in Glasgow.
University Glasgow.
Yeah,
Okay, very
in Glasgow
interesting.
Uni and in Strathclyde University. So, but they're still part of like team
Yeah.
Of
members,
course.
kind of like
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really nice group. We have been growing so much this last year. Is incredible, and being able to reach out to so many people and organize so many different initiatives. It's been great. It's super fun. I love it.
Yeah, it is. It is intense sometimes because there are quite a few
Yeah.
things to
Yeah.
organize and coordinate, and but it's
Yes.
also very rewarding. It's a
Yes.
lot of fun and very
Yeah.
rewarding. You
Most
said something. You said something very interesting. That you also are a Venezuelan. So pretty much half of the GDG Glasgow, we can say that is run by Venezuelan, which is hilarious because it's the same for Cloud London. There was a moment in time there were pretty much almost like 80 or 90% of Cloud London was Italian people, which is okay.
Yeah.
Which is fun, but there I think is due to because it's so much fun that you really want try to have your friends joining you there, and of course it's just easier that you've got friends of your
Yeah.
nationality. This is one, and the other thing very important that since you joined, let's say 1.5 year back ish,
Yeah.
we're
Yes.
talking about
Yeah.
around that time. So after COVID ish, we can
Yeah.
say, so what the 2020 and 2021 were already gone.
Mhm.
So we were in somewhat the recovering phase. Also, very interesting point because I joined in 2019. So I
Oh.
joined not right before, like 6 to 8 months before the COVID happened. So
Yeah.
I saw the community, let's say, kind of world pre-COVID, and now I'm
Okay.
seeing how. and pre-COVID it was super busy. We were running even two events per week. Sometimes it
Wow.
was because everyone was out. Everyone had to go to the office.
Hmm.
So is pretty much a case that you are already out, and okay, I might as well pop by that kind
Yeah.
of meetup kind of thing. Now it's a little bit different, of course. It's still, we are trying to get back to that kind of vibe, but it's interesting the generation of organizers
Yeah.
pre and post COVID. I
So
found this
do you
interesting.
think that we're still not in the same place as it was before the pandemic? Not yet.
Nope. No.
And do you
I
think
don't
we
e-
will get there? What do you think?
Exactly. I don't even know whether we will get back 100% as pre-COVID. We are really, from last year to this year, yes, we went like much, much better, but there is still room for improvement. Let's put it that way. Oh,
Mm.
we've got a comment. Sorry. Hey,
That's a shit. Yeah,
yes,
they are always part of GDG Glasgow and also Women Tech
nice.
Makers of Scotland. So yeah.
Nice. Thank you for your comment, Ishida. Yes, we were just talking about you.
And just a couple more years for Louis. Yeah, I mean, Louis, I can really see you being part of a GDSC as soon
Hmm.
as you get
Yeah,
into uni.
yeah, definitely.
Uh, yeah, he has worked in amazing projects.
Like,
With
like what? Like what? Like, tell us more.
I
Tell
will
us
let
more.
him talk about
Hmm.
your
Tell us
projects.
more, Luis.
I'm just gonna give you just how will you say? Sometimes my English I get stuck, but have you ever wrote some code that has been run in space, Stefano?
No, unfortunately not.
Me neither, and I have been a developer for 20 years. But Louis here have
Yes.
written some code that actually ran in space, and he will tell you about that. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding. I'm not kidding.
yeah. So it's a program that's run by the Raspberry Pi Foundation and the European Space Agency, and it's a short script that you can write, which runs on a Raspberry Pi Sense hat, so you can display that kind of image, and when it's submitted, you can see exactly like where it was run and what time, and you get like a certificate. So no,
Oh my
it
God.
was really
In
cool.
the
It's a
International Space Station.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's so
yeah,
cool.
that was really cool.
It's beyond cool. It's amazing. I mean, it's like awesome. It's wow. You've wrote some code that is running in space. Okay.
Yeah,
It's very hard to beat.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
very hard to beat.
This new this new generation is a whole other level.
Oh my God.
And
Yes.
yeah, Lewis had been tell us about all of the other projects that you have been working on.
so last year I built an AI attendance application for classroom attendance. So when pupils like could walk through a door, I would scan them using a camera and then like log it in a database.
Oh, nice.
So that's probably the biggest project I've worked on. No, learning a lot of new stuff along the way was really cool.
Pretty cool. What's your favorite programming language so far?
So for that, I was HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Hmm.
But we're doing Python in school at the moment. I think I'm going to start learning more of that outside of school for more like computer vision programs.
Yeah, I think that Python has something to do with machine learning, right, Patty?
Yeah.
Yes, but what Lewis used was web machine learning using JavaScript, TensorFlow JS.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe you can share how you build up that application, like the stack and the technologies that you use.
Yeah. So for the facial recognition, I was built on TensorFlow GS, and for the back end, I was using Firebase, which is the Google like backend system. It's really cool. Like there's so much amazing tools and like features. It's really easy to like pick up and learn.
Wow, that's impressive. Speaking about Firebase, do I remember correctly that the Firebase like featured you or something?
Oh
Something like
yeah,
oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
not a big deal, huh? No, no, no. No. So how did
What
that
was
happen?
it, Lewis? Tell us.
yeah. So they posted a thing on LinkedIn about me and like the stuff I've been working on. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it was just a workshop that he run, in the IO. And Firebase just said, "Oh, this cool guy, Louis Shearer, and his picture, Firebase is not a big stuff, Google,
No,
whatever."
no, exactly, right? Just as oh, speaking of the devil,
Oh, the Venezuela.
Jose,
Oh, yeah.
Venezuela. Hola, hola, amigo.
We said that we might call GDG Glasgow / GDG Venezuela.
Like we wanted to
We're
to do
4
like
Venezuelans in
Yeah.
GDG Glasgow.
we
So,
are
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think.
so that's GDG Italy as well.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Yeah. So another cool thing about Louis is
mhm.
that he has been a speaker, and he ran a workshop as well with machine learning and Firebase. Was the last one, Louis?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was the TensorFlow GS model for house pricing, like to predict house prices. So that was a really fun workshop. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So he ran that for our IO this year, and last year he joined me in the Dev Fest in London for GDG London
Yeah.
to
At
present.
King's College.
Yes, 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 that one.
Yeah.
So he's my
Nice.
sidekick sometimes.
Wow. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
so how
I'm the
uh-huh.
one that is like, I'm the lucky one because, this guy is very talented.
Wow. Is I mean, I think at this point, no one can, deny that. Is
Yeah.
absolutely incredible. So I found quite interesting this, let's say, pairing, right? Patty and Louis. It almost reminds me Star Wars, the Jedi and the
And the other
Padawan
one.
kind
Yeah.
of thing. I think is a cool way of
Yeah.
seeing things,
Yeah.
right?
And this
But
year he's helping me
mhm.
at the code club as well.
Okay,
So
yeah, okay. So did you meet during one of your code
Yeah. Yeah.
yes,
initiatives,
yes.
right? Okay, that is when. Okay.
Yeah, so I run the code club at the school, at Jordan Hill School, and it's 1 day per week.
Mm.
So I always do like competitions, right? And the kids, like, I don't know, Christmas competition or Halloween competition. So I remember, Louis, he doesn't talk too much. He's like doing his stuff. And then when they were presenting like the projects for the Christmas competition, it was Louis, I think, the one you won.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Amazing.
were showing the projects, and suddenly I see this guy over there, and he started showing all the stuff that he was doing, and I started asking him, like, what did you use for that? What did you? And it was just amazing. And I was like, oh my god. So obviously he won, right? And I had like, this guy is talented.
Okay.
And I guess it got to a point that I told you, Louis, I'm sorry, but you cannot compete anymore. Because you
Okay.
have to keep,
It's not fair. It's
yeah,
not fair for other people.
yeah.
It's
So
not fair for other people.
I don't want to feel like, for you to feel like I don't want you to compete, but it was not fair. But
No, no.
then he started helping me out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so better.
So,
Okay.
yeah, sometimes, some kids, they get stuck or whatever, and I ask
Hmm.
Louis to help them out. So this year he is officially a helper at the code club.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Nice. So
Yeah.
you've acted as a talent scout, pretty much,
Yeah,
in this case, right?
I can be his manager. There's
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
No, no, no. I always say this. I'm very proud of him. Louis, you're just fantastic. You know that. And one thing that I have to say is that Charlene, who's Louis' mom, she is so supportive of him. It's
That's very
just
important.
so important. Yeah, she's amazing. Like, she came to London. She joins Louis every month to the Google Tech Meetup.
Mm.
She goes every month with Louis. I don't know how many have you gone so
Oof.
far.
Over
Like,
like a year now, I think. I'm going.
yeah, and she goes every month, and that is just amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's really awesome. Like, the support that Louis has from his family is awesome. I
Yeah.
think I always joke that she should be part of Women Tech Makers,
Yeah.
because she's about to be a developer. And Louis will present next month in the Google Tech
Yeah,
Meetup.
next month. Yeah.
So that's
Wow, interesting. Very interesting. What are you going to present?
So I'll do the same talk I did before about my
Mhm.
attendance application.
Ah,
So
okay. Nice. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. The life of a speaker, just one or two talks, and then of course you need to
Yeah,
protect them and that kind of stuff. Of course, that's pretty cool. So I don't even need to ask you, Luis, what do you want to study when you would go to uni? Is that
yeah,
computer science or?
computer science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, right. That was pretty
Yeah.
easy, I guess. An
Yeah.
easy guess. So you've got still a few years, right? So
Yeah.
I can only imagine the knowledge that you would arrive to get when you will join the university. That was like, oh my god, that would be...
yeah, that's
I'm really quite curious actually. So I'm going to invite you at least once per year in this show until you reach the age of joining a university. I'm
yeah,
really
that's gonna
quite
be an
curious.
interesting path to an interesting journey to watch.
Mm,
But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Since when you are a women tech maker, Patty?
everything started happening last year. So
Mm,
yeah, it was. I think it has been a year
a year,
already
okay.
being an ambassador. Yeah,
Interesting. So how do you find, that kind of program compared
I
to the
love it.
GDG? For example? Yeah.
I love it because for me, I have always thought about. I'm always thinking about this issue that we have with representation in the industry, women being part of the tech industry. I remember, I don't know how 2002 or something like that. Um, I wanted to start a blog. It was
Hmm.
called codegirls.com. Actually, you can see it on the internet Wayback Machine. And
Mm-hmm.
my idea back then was, I think it had like a um, flash animation or
Yeah,
something like that.
Flash. I
Yeah,
was born as a Flash dev back in the
yeah, yeah,
days.
yeah.
Yeah.
Using action script and so on. So it was pretty cool. And my idea was, I was like, okay, I'm gonna create a blog, and I want all of my friends, like female friends from uni, to write blog posts about technology.
Wow.
But then I was like too busy, and I
Mm.
never did it. And I wish I could have done it, but anyways, I was busy. I didn't do it. Um. So yeah, I mean, I have certain theories on why that is happening, and of course I want to be part of these initiatives to bring women into the industry and get girls interested in joining the tech industry. They're very much needed, but it's a tricky problem, because as Louis can he knows very well. For example, in the code club, and that is when I realized, okay, this is a problem that we have to tackle way back, like in the early years, not until people is trying to join the workforce. So in the code club, we are how many, Louis? Like 20, 20
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
people, and this year we just have one girl
Yeah.
out of
Well,
20.
last year we had quite a few. But I don't know.
Last year we had like 5 or
Yeah. Yeah.
6 out of 20 or something. So yeah, so it's not a thing about that they feel I don't know, rejected by dev teams, or I don't know, they get there is bias on the recruitment process maybe, and so on. I'm not saying that those are not issues that exist, but there is something else that happens way back in time. And I think that we really need to put more focus on uh, the girls that are at school, like secondary school, primary school,
Exactly.
and
That's
have
yes.
more programs for
Yep.
them.
Yeah, that's exactly that. I've already said so in one of the previous, episodes. But something that we do in at my company, we do quite a few of these STEM kind of events where we go, or maybe they're coming to us, to actually we are targeting actually the 14 years old kind of age range, can be 13, can be 15, exactly for the same reason that you mentioned. And I can tell you that's very interesting. So when we go to the school, we do a little intro, just okay, we are, such and such, and then so let's imagine a like 30, 35 girls, 30, 35, 14 years old girls. So we ask, how many of you, is interested in a career in STEM. 30 people, maybe a couple of very shy, hands. Okay, nice. We do our thing, so like workshops and stuff, of course, tailored towards that kind of age range. The long story short is that at the end of the day, we ask the very same question, and 80 to 90% of the people were raising their hands. So
Perfect.
is to try to, reverse engineering this concept where no, I cannot ever be a coder. It's too difficult. That's not for me. Which is
Yeah.
absolutely not true. So just exactly what you said, that the intervention needs to happen at that stage,
Hmm.
because if there's too much time passing by, then it's too late. No, because the bias is there. It is not too late, but it's much more difficult. Let's put it that way. So the effort in order to, you know, um, yeah, try to do something different is, of course, a little bit more hard. What do you think, Luis? Because we're talking about, of course, exactly your
Their
age.
age. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
curious.
think I think a lot needs like more needs to be done to showcase like what the industry's actually like. Because in school, what we do is basically just memorizing stuff about like coding, but it's
Mm.
not showing really the fun behind it of like solving problems and stuff. It's just memorizing lines,
Mm.
Interesting.
which is
What
Right.
about the, sorry, Patti, just a really quick one. What about the bias that you might have seen, maybe from some people in your class? Like, is there a bias that people see software engineers as dodgy folks in a basement, with a hoodie on, that kind of stuff, or no? It's more, normal.
not really as
Okay.
such. But yeah, don't
Mm.
know.
Yeah, I don't know. And another thing that I would really love, and I'm very sorry because this is a very unpopular opinion, but one other thing that I would really, really love to see is when girls and women are applying to speak at conferences, for example. I would love to see them
Hmm.
speaking more about technical stuff, because
Yeah, yeah.
it seems that uh, you can see a boy like Louis. He's 14 and he goes and he's going to talk about deploying machine learning models into Firebase and let's do it. And then girls and women, they seem to be more like afraid.
Hmm.
And then, for example, I don't know. It's very usual to see women speakers like applying like the vast majority of topics that you will see are like, for example, a term that I don't really like, and I respect other opinions, but I
Hmm.
don't really like imposter syndrome. You will get like a bunch of talks about imposter syndrome, and then you read about these girls and they have this amazing bios. They work in really really nice positions, or they studied like in really nice universities, like they have this potential, or the
Mm.
skills, and they still feel like, oh no, I'm going to talk about my imposter syndrome. I really would like to push them to show, hey, you really can have. I'm pretty sure you have like really nice technical skills. Why don't you talk about that? So I don't know what you feel, what you think about that, Stefano, but it's a feeling that I have. And I feel a little bit frustrated when I see this amount of talks, like is kind of reinforcing that thing that I see on the workplace, that okay, women are better at soft skills, which we are, but we are better at soft skills, hard skills, and all the skills. I'm sorry,
Every skill,
but we
yeah.
are. So yes, we are better at. We might be better at soft skills, but that doesn't mean that that is the only thing that we should talk about.
No, exactly. Like everything in life, I think that both things are important and we
Yes.
should have both, because the inspirational story kind of side that I think that you are referring to is of course very important, because I've heard like people saying, "Oh my god, that talk really touched me, really, I really relate to that." So that's very important, but also shouldn't be just that.
Yes.
That's
I
the
mean,
point that you're trying to make, right?
it's find a balance.
Balance,
It's find a
balance.
balance. Like if you see in a call for speakers, for example,
Mm.
you will not find many guys talking about imposter syndrome, or many guys talking about, I don't know. So I just want for women to be sure
Mhm.
about their technical knowledge, and to be to trust what they know and come forward and say, I'm terrified, but I'm going to talk about the skill that I have in this programming language or whatever. I'm not saying the other part is not important. It is. I just want to, like, for women to put more light on their technical skills. But
I
I'm open to discussion about this, because I know I have been discussing this with in other you know
forums.
places,
Uh-huh.
forums,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's not very well received. So, but that's
I
what I think.
I truly believe that we need both things. That's
Yes,
my
it
Yeah.
has
that's
to be
my
a
take.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to go to a conference that, or that is just purely technical, because again, soft skills are very much needed. You as an engineering manager, I'm a tech lead. We know that in order to be able to do our work, apart from the technical side, you have to deal with people, not with machines. And that is tricky, and you need a lot of soft skills for that.
Yes.
But yeah, I just, yeah, I think that there has to be a balance. And I would like to see more girls and women like
Well,
shining.
the first one that comes to mind when we think about a woman, really, an engineer, really, is Natalie Godek. I've had her in the episode 4 or 5 or something.
It's amazing.
She's exactly. I think we need probably more Natalie in terms of the. I mean, attitude, great attitude. She always
Yes.
said, "When I enter a room as an engineer,
Yes,
and that's it,
that's correct.
and that's it.
Yes,
This is who
it
you
has
are.
to be
You are
like
an
that.
engineer. You can be
Yeah,
man, women, dog, or cat. You are an engineer. You know what I mean? Yeah.
exactly. That's the feeling that I want every girl and woman in tech to have. I have a friend, Natalia Bendito. She's from Chile, but she lives in Barcelona. She's also a GDE. So she says, and she's a whole other level as well. She's a very amazing engineer, like top notch. And she says, I'm not a woman in tech, I'm a technologist. And I love that. I love that. So that's what we have to aim for.
Yeah.
Yes, we're women in tech, but we have to be like, kind of, we put ourselves in like another, like, we're not part of this, we're part of this. No,
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
are all engineers, we are all technologists. Let's aim for that.
Rather
That's
than
what I think.
woman in tech is like people in tech, right? Or folks in tech, because it's pretty much everyone is.
Technologists,
Yeah, technology.
engineers, computer scientists, and so on. That's what I
That's
think.
so. Yeah, no, I think it's again for the the third time, yes, I totally agree with you. We need definitely to have a balance. It's not easy to find the balance. So we shouldn't
Yeah,
fool ourselves. Ah, yeah, sure, that's done. No, that's not done. That's very complicated. But yeah, that is the aim. The aim is like try to balance. Of course, now the scale is a little bit like that. We should try to, uh,
it
help
is.
a little bit and try to even things out. What do you think, Luis? What's your take?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with Pat everything you said. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, nice one. Absolutely. But I want to take because okay, we are wow. The time flies when you've got
Yeah.
good conversation. It's like oh wow, we are 35 minutes in. That's insane. I wanted to quickly talk about Code Clan.
Cold Clan, yes.
Yeah, the initiative. The if
Yeah.
I know that you were really close and you are doing amazing things right now to help that side of things. So
Yeah.
if you don't mind, just to say two words like what Code Clan was and what happened and what's going on now.
Yeah, so Code Clan it used to be a boot camp, a programming boot camp. They also had web development boot camp. They also had one for data science
Mm,
here in Scotland, and some really nice people. Like they were doing a really good job, and really good developers that I know. Clara Delia, she's also part of the GDG Glasgow. They were part of Code Clan, and they had to, what's the word in English? Yeah, they had to close because of economic reasons,
mm,
and it was very very sudden. So a cohort was about to start, or I think they started, and they were like 3 weeks in. um,
mm.
it's very expensive, and also people they have to quit their jobs in order to be part of it, because it was like the whole day,
Full
during the
full
full time.
time. Oh
Yeah,
wow. Okay. So very dedicated, very
yeah,
intense
yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of.
I think it was 16 weeks, the boot camp. I
Okay.
think. But yeah, it was full time. So obviously, because they went into administration, they couldn't return the people the money. It was
Mm,
again, it was a very bad situation. A lot of people, I know, a teacher that she left, like she quit her job at the school before, like right before the
yeah.
summer,
Mm,
because she was going to
yeah.
start,
Yeah.
couldn't start. So of course, they were like, what are we going to do? So a lot of people, like the Scottish tech community is really amazing, so there were a lot of initiatives, and the way we wanted to help out was, okay, we're going to run a series of webinars, covering some of the topics, because of course we can't cover them all, but just
Mm,
covering some of the topics, or at least the most important ones, so they can join and learn, and just help somehow. And it's been
yeah.
great. So far we have run, I run one on introduction on data structures and algorithms. It was a three sessions. We have the amazing Joe Franchetti.
Ah, from
I
Spotify.
love her. I love her.
Uh,
She was so kind to offer her help, and she's
mm.
running this super successful um, web dev boot camp, because it's gonna be 8 sessions. So she's running it like 2 hours.
8 session. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
it's 2 hours per session.
that's impressive.
Mondays and Wednesdays, and she's just giving out her time to help out the community. I just love her.
Wow.
She's so talented, so kind. I love her. By the way, her husband,
Yeah.
David, he's also really amazing. And I remember when I arrived to Scotland from Venezuela, I went to I think it was, yeah, I went to a bookstore, and I found this really nice book on programming coding for kids. And I was like, oh my God, so excited, because I never saw that in Venezuela, right?
Hmm.
A book like that. And I bought it, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then I discovered that the guy that wrote that book was Joe's husband.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we have in the code club we have this guy, Charlie, that Louis can tell you about him.
Mm.
He's an amazing developer as well. And how old is Charlie, Louis? I think he's 12.
12, yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah.
And
What?
no, hold on. He codes in Unity, and he has run 2 workshops, like one talk and one workshop, one for the Dev Fest and another one for the IO. And Louis can tell you, like,
He's, yeah.
he blows my mind. Sometimes he asks me questions, and I'm like, okay, Charlie, I need to go home. I need to think about it. I don't know what to say. Next week I will come back with an answer. Like, the guy, he's amazing.
Yes, yeah.
So he's very interested in gaming,
Okay.
and I ask because obviously, Joe's husband, he knows a lot about gaming.
Mm.
Uh, he came as a online guest. We did a video call with him in the code club, and he spent the whole session
Mm.
talking with the kids, and it was so nice. Like, they both of them, they're really amazing people, and we're really really grateful for all of the help that they always willing to share with us, all of the knowledge.
It's absolutely great. I knew that Joe was doing this like course and webinar and whatnot. I didn't know the extent of it. Like 8 session, 2 hour per session. Like, is a massive effort. It's a big one. So
Yeah.
kudos
Yeah.
Right.
to
If you
Joe.
guys that are listening want to see it in the GDG Glasgow YouTube channel, there is a playlist, and you will find all of the sessions and the slides. She's talking
Fantastic.
about Git, HTML, JavaScript, accessibility. Uh, she's doing 3 different projects, and people is coding at the same time. People make questions. It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's amazing.
Nice one.
So we have
Okay.
more coming up. I know,
Hmm.
Stefano, we would love to have you for the Code Clan initiative.
Hmm.
And yeah, we have Java coming up. We have some sessions with large language models as well, some introductory sessions. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, and people like it, and I
Yeah.
think it's a very fun way, to share the knowledge and to learn.
And to learn, yeah, and it's always good to remind everyone learns,
Yeah,
especially if you are a mentor.
Yeah.
People think about mentors. Okay, he's a mentor because that person knows everything. Absolutely, that's not true. As a mentor, you learn a lot talking with your mentees because sometimes, as you were saying, they ask you questions like, "Oh, wow, you you know." From these questions, like completely different neural pattern comes, like, because you need to branch out so much and get out, not, I'm not saying the comfort zone, but get out from what's your normal and regular way of communicating to people, because
yeah,
each person is different, so you need to find that kind of angle, the right angle to communicate with that person, right? And you learn. It's just oh, okay, we have got a Sophie, thank you. The link
ah,
to the boot camp, it is
stuff is
that one.
amazing.
So go in the comments and cool.
Yeah, you will find everything there. Yeah, that happens to me a lot in the code club. For example, the girls, every year they go to a competition. Is a competition about cybersecurity, and it's organized for the whole UK, and it's organized by the Cybersecurity Center from the UK. And in the competition, they have to, solve exercises like cryptography, a bunch of stuff. Obviously
Mhm.
Python, a bunch of different areas. And I have learned so much. Like, sometimes I
Mm.
have to sit with them and try to solve something. I think, Louis, you have helped us sometimes as
Yeah.
well. And I'm like, I don't know how to solve this. And one thing that is really important, and I think that for younger people is hard, but the soon learn this, the better it's going to be for you. Is to feel completely like free to say, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know this. Like it can be in front of your boss, it can be in front of the owner of the company, or it can be in front of one of the people that you are mentoring, to just say, you know what, I have no idea. I don't know. And that, like, when I come to that, like, it took me a while for me to say, because sometimes you are the person that should know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So it took me some time until I got to that point, and I truly felt like liberated when
Same.
you're free to say, I don't
you,
know. You
you
know
are
what? I
so
don't.
under so much pressure. In
Yeah,
theory you should know everything, and someone is asking you something that you have, is not about, yeah, maybe you have no idea, zero, none, just
exactly.
pitch black. And then it's like, yeah, sure, and you start like lying your way through it. No, that
No,
doesn't work. That, but you know what, is like, I have no clue, I don't know, but I can find that out for you. So
exactly,
let's
exactly. Or let's
let's
find out.
let's find out.
Exactly.
Let
Of
me get
course.
back to you in an hour, one day,
Yeah.
1 week.
Yeah. And
So
then you
that is
learn.
the right way. Yes, and then you learn. So that solves like two purposes from the mentor point of view. As you said, you are calm now. Okay, it's fine. It's fine saying, I don't know that, I will find out for you. And also it's very important for the mentees, because the mentees understand that the mentors are not perfect. The mentors are not, because sometimes there is this visual. I don't know, Luis, whether you can confirm that. If you need, maybe if you speak with a very senior person, someone that has had 20, 30 years of experience, you might feel a little bit, I'm not saying intimidated, but you, okay, that person is great, he knows everything and whatnot. No,
Yeah.
that person is a person, and like every person, pros and cons and flaws and strengths and weaknesses, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Um, so yeah, I really want them to know that they can say, I don't know, but I will find out. But it's completely fine to know. And also in this industry, like everything is evolving so quickly,
Yes.
Oh
so quickly
wow,
that it's impossible
no
to
way,
know. It's
no,
impossible to know.
no.
Maybe in another profession, saying
Yeah.
that you don't know. I don't know if you're a doctor. It's like, or a airline pilot.
Yeah. What is this
I
this
don't
this
know.
button doing? Again.
Okay, I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe it's
Okay.
not that good, but
Yeah.
no. I mean, I think in every profession, but in
Yeah.
our profession, is particularly
Absolutely.
difficult to know everything. It's impossible.
It's impossible. I don't use the word impossible lightly, but in this case, yes,
In this case,
impossible.
it's
Yes,
pretty
it's
impossible.
pretty safe to say
Yeah.
Yeah.
that that's impossible. It's not difficult. It's simply
At least
impossible, right?
until we have the interface in our head with that interfaces with
Yeah.
ChatGDG or something, and
Yeah.
then we will.
Or chat GDG. Chat. There will be
ChatGDG,
an
exactly.
implant,
Yeah.
steampunk.
Maybe we will be better, or maybe not.
Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see, I guess.
Yeah.
So, what are like plans for the future? Anything cool happening
Yeah.
in terms of conferences, in terms of workshops? I mean, I don't know. Under any point of view.
Louis, would you like to share our next big thing in GDG Glasgow?
Yes, we've got our Dev Fest coming up on the 25th of November.
Wow.
So yeah, can't wait for that. That'll be amazing.
I may or may not have submitted a CFP. I mean, we'll
I
see.
may or may not have seen your submission.
Yeah,
So
but the submission was really not that great, because I still need to wait for a couple of months to, to have the right
yeah, it's
data.
fine.
But by that time, I think I'm probably will be able to have finished the autumn cohort of the academy. So
Mhm.
I will have picture and everything. So
Amazing,
yeah, it will be great.
amazing.
And then from next year, 2024, Glasgow.
Yes,
Yes.
we're very looking forward to that. We would love to have it here. I think it will be awesome. So yeah, we're organizing the Dead Fest. We're going to be in a,
Sophie, she's really excited. Can't wait for that fest. Woo.
yeah,
Nice.
it's gonna be in a new venue that is amazing. We're very very excited, and yeah, hopefully people will come. We're gonna run it along GDG Edinburgh, which
Okay.
just uh, started again. Really nice
Mm.
girls over there. So yeah, it's gonna be called DVD Dead Fest Scotland.
Yeah, nice. Okay. I like that. Like
Yeah, we're
you know,
going big.
try to rally everyone under the same banner, because
Yeah, yeah,
that it
yeah,
should be. This is very important, something that I found out even in London. Of course, in London maybe we are a little bit more lucky because there is a lot of people, right? So lots going on in London. But even if you are a single group, you can be GDG London, Cloud London, GDG Paris, or if you're a single group, it's very difficult to do things. It's always better to collaborate,
Yes.
yeah,
because you need to join forces in order
yeah.
to have people coming from different groups, and just
Mhm.
to have different organizers just to work, because you know what, everyone has his own way of running things, right?
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
now if I need, I do, like you, a lot of meetups, right? So I have my way of running things now. Is But then it's very interesting when I witness or when I collaborate with someone else who that person might have a slightly different style, or maybe might had one or two very minuscule details, but you say, okay, that's interesting, and
yeah.
you try to to steal a little bit these things.
Is well, stealing is a heavy
Stealing,
word.
quote, I mean, quote
Yeah,
unquote, borrow. You are not stealing.
inspiring. You're
Yeah,
inspired
exactly.
by the work.
Inspire. Yes,
No, but
exactly.
yeah, it's nice. It's always nice to share ideas. There is like brilliant people doing amazing stuff in the conferences, or how to approach maybe the raffles. Sophie is the one that is always having the ideas about the raffles and
I,
everything.
I started doing raffles as well since like 2 or 3, meetups.
It's
That is
fun. It's
so
fun.
much
No fun.
fun.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it's
so
nice.
much fun.
Also, I have to say something. In the
Yeah.
I felt so bad. I was like, we cannot do this again, because the way we decided to do the raffle was like,
Mm.
okay, you take pictures, use the hashtag
Yeah,
uh,
I know. Yeah.
Google I/O Glasgow, I don't remember, and we will select randomly from all of the tweets with the
Yeah.
hashtag. But we didn't take out the members of the GDG Glasgow, and of course we were the people that was mostly tweeting about it, and then
Clearly,
like
right?
80% of the prizes went to the people from the group, and I was like, oh my god,
Oh,
this is not
wow.
supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
but uh
It
we
is
have
what
to
it
be more
is.
careful for next time.
Lesson learned for, like,
Yeah, yeah.
that fest for sure. It will work in a
Yeah, yeah.
slightly
Yeah.
different way.
But it was so weird, we were giving the prizes to ourselves.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, you won. Yeah. So
I,
yeah, well, that kind of things.
that
We
kind
we
of
have
thing.
learned a lot.
Mm,
I don't know how it's in London. Obviously, you have more companies to reach out and everything.
hmm.
But for us,
Yep.
especially organizing the Women Tech Makers of Scotland conference, we learned so much about dealing with the sponsors. All of
Yeah.
the things about the swag, and oh my god. And now with all of that learning, dealing with the sponsors that maybe they were not happy about, I don't know any detail or something. After the conference, you really learn so much for the next
Yeah.
iteration
Hmm.
and so on.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm wondering how is it going to be like. I don't know, in 5 years we're going to be super pro at organizing events, or maybe not. Hopefully, yes. But if you see the guys at DVD, I'm just saying DVD today so many times.
Hmm.
GDG Nantes,
Well, they are great. Yeah. I know.
that Dev Fest is absolutely
It's
amazing.
insane. Yeah.
I'm going this year as a speaker. I'm so excited, but I'm super excited. But we met one of the organizers in Amsterdam when we went for the IO extended. You know that
The
they invited
Yo Connect.
Connect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a great conference. Oh my god,
it was amazing.
insane. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely amazing. So we were talking with one of these guys, organizers from the GDG. I don't know what's going on with me today. Okay, and poor guy. It was Cleira, Jose, and me, and my dad, because my dad was coming along with me on the trip. He was like
Mhm.
sitting there listening. We were in a bar, I don't remember, just asking questions to this guy, like, and how do you deal with the speakers? And
Yeah.
how do you and it was like 1 hour packed of information of how they organize that dev fest, and it's incredible, like the knowledge and that they have on and everything that they put in motion. They are already organizing the one for next year, and this year hasn't happened yet. They are already organizing the
Oh my
2024.
god.
Yes,
Wow.
It-
they tell sponsors like, no, we're not interested. Like sponsors, they go to them, not the other way around.
wow.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
but they have been doing this for, I think, 10 years.
okay.
They
So
have
yeah,
the knowledge. Yeah, they're amazing. So that's the event that we are like looking up.
aiming for. Yeah, sure. I mean that's
Yeah.
the Champions League of the events,
Yeah,
pretty much. That is really
yes, yes.
really
I
up
think it's
there.
3,500 assistants. It's huge. It's huge. It's
Three,
huge.
more than 3,000
Yeah,
attendees. Oh my
yes,
god.
Wow.
yes, it's huge. So
Uh,
I'm gonna be there having a look around as well to take
oh
notes.
yeah, please, because
Yeah.
what day?
I think it's the 18th of October, if I don't remember.
Okay,
I
so
remember
in a
correctly.
month,
Yeah, so
roughly in a
exciting.
month.
Yeah.
Wow, very interesting. And I didn't know that they've planned things like so far, in
Yeah.
advance. So
Yeah.
when you said I'm going, I was like, okay. I try to submit a CFP now, which is clearly closed since like
Y-
months, I guess.
Yeah,
So
but you could like send it for next year.
yeah, yeah, no, I mean,
Next
yes,
year.
because that's the only thing to know. I need to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
sure to.
I will let you know so you don't
Okay,
forget.
thank you. Yeah, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Wow, that's absolutely great. So, Luis, you will be helping organizing the Deaf Fest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been having where I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be
Okay,
good.
nice. Yeah, it would be good. I think that would be your first one. No, your first Deaf Fest.
No, that's one last year.
Ah, the one last year because when you joined, okay, I was
He was a
already
speaker
there.
in that one.
Yeah.
And since he joined, he has been a speaker in all of the events. So this year he will be a speaker again, I guess. And maybe London, I don't know. Charlene is going to kill me like, Patty, I cannot take him all around the UK.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
he's so talented. He should go.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, sure. We are, try to organize the Death Fest in London as well. We don't have a fixed date yet. We are talking about it, but yeah, sure. As soon as that is set, it's gonna be yeah, end of October, November time.
One interesting thing that we did in that fest that people really, really liked was that we set up a students track. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
exactly. This
students
is gonna
track,
be exactly the same. It's not gonna be a student track. It's gonna be a community track with students. With
okay,
so where we like a place in order to give that kind of talks. Like yeah, you know, Eddie, for example, is amazing. He always speaks about the open source. So
yes,
that the community track is the right
okay,
place
Yeah.
to do that kind of things. So yeah,
that's
we will do exactly the same.
that's
That
amazing.
was really good.
We had kids from primary school
Yeah.
showing their work. It was super cool. We had
Mm.
the kids at the code club, students from uni. So giving that space to the younger generation is just it's really amazing. And the engineers, like the professionals, like the developers, they enjoyed it. and they were
Yeah.
asking questions. So that
Exactly.
that was
Yes.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's very interesting. All
yeah,
right, we are unfortunately out of time. Time flies. This
yeah.
hour went like a
Mhm.
heartbeat. So, last shout out, last word, last thing. Luis, my young friend. I'm sure that I'll be seeing you quite often going forward in
Yeah.
webinars or talks or everywhere. You are like just great. So, kudos for
Thank you very
everything.
much.
And yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully I'll see you first probably during your Death Fest at the end
Yeah.
of November. Hopefully,
Yeah,
fingers
definitely.
crossed.
Thank you very much.
Nice one. Okay, cheers, Patty.
Thank you,
My
Steph.
dear Patty, that was
Yeah.
amazing. That was a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
interesting chat.
thank you. It was fun, and for me, any opportunity that I have to share what Louis and the guys from the Code Club are doing. I always say that I'm like a mom when they talk about their kids that they
Yeah,
can stop, like showing the pictures and so on.
yeah,
And the same with Louis and Charlie.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because they're amazing, and I'm like all the time because I'm really proud of them. As you can see, they are amazing kids, and thank you for giving us the
Mhm.
platform so Louis can share what he's doing and that
Absolutely.
people can
Yeah.
learn and see what this amazing generation of developers that are coming, right after us, what they're doing. They're great.
Yeah,
So hopefully they
absolutely.
can have
Yeah.
more platforms like this to share what
Yeah,
they.
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
indeed.
yeah, yeah. Maybe one especially tailored for the young generation. I mean, we'll
No,
see. We'll
that's
see. Let's see.
that will be
From
fun.
the academy, maybe things
Yeah, yeah,
can
that will
happen.
be
We'll
fun.
see. We'll see. Give it
Yeah,
time.
okay.
Give it time. All right. Thank you so very much to
Yeah.
both. I
Thank you.
wish you an amazing rest of the evening. And yeah, I'll see
You
you soon.
too.
Yeah.
Thank
You too.
you.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye,
Cheers.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
everyone.
you.